Yeah, and they made it run a lot better since I played it, because it ran like shit when I played it. It ran like really bad. It was like so bad that it was almost unplayable in some areas. And if you tried split screen, dear God, it was it so bad. Split screen ran it down to like 5 frames a second if you were lucky. Just having split screen going even out of town. In the area I was in, okay, so I was in the area where you got your car the first time. Yeah, and in that area, if you had left the town with split screen going, like the game just tanked. They like fixed it like I think a month after that. I don't remember, but like they patched it. Like it was like just having split screen open, like the frame rate was like really bad. We're not talking online multiplayer. We're talking split screen local because that takes more system than running the online. Because you have to render 2 different scenes. You have the top screen and you have the bottom screen being rendered at the same time. And then in that area, I don't know what the deal with the area was, but like me and my brother couldn't play together because of that. I just disabled the split screen, played by myself, and it was fine. The frame rate still wasn't good, but like on launch, we're talking on launch here. Uh, right. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with the area was. Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna give me this, you're gonna give me this, or you're gonna give me this, which is all the same card. Give me one. Oh, I haven't played that in a while. And because Norg was playing on Xbox. Well, I know he's playing on Xbox because you can see it when he's on Discord. You can see what he's playing. I don't question him about it, like I haven't bothered asking him because I don't care. I mean, I do, but at the same time, it's like, it's none of my business. He probably just went, instead of getting another PS4, he probably got an Xbox to play with his brother. Because that's a thing he would have done, you know, because his brother has an Xbox. Or he's just playing on his Xbox, but he has a job now. But I assume because he has a job now and he hadn't been working, again, this is none of my business. But I assume that because he hadn't been working, so he has to pay back to his mom or whoever he's living with. I think his mom. That he's paying back for the amount of time he hasn't been working. So he still can't get a PlayStation even if he wanted to, if he had the money, you know, because he doesn't have the money. So that's what I assume what the case is. But again, it's none of my business, so I haven't asked him and I don't care. Yeah, because I'm not here to start arguments with anyone. And most of the games that he would have wanted to play, his brother already has an Xbox. And he might have different hours than his brother does. So he's probably playing Warzone or whatever. His brother, I think, did. But I don't know about Northern. Oh, is it really like early morning for his brother? I don't remember. Yeah. I just assume they have different hours. Because his brother let him play on the Xbox regardless anyways. His brother didn't care. Because his brother isn't always playing the Xbox when he has a chance to play it. So. And it's like here when we only had one PlayStation. Because we have two now. Well, technically we have three because my brother-in-law has one. But, when me and my brother only had one PlayStation, I was letting him play it. I was like, you can play whenever you want. And he's like, nah, you play. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Why does that have 7,000 attack? $8,000 attack. It's more than bullshit. I'm staring at the screen and I'm like, those are numbers that don't make sense. I can't even do that. Well, I made Cyber Dragons on my brother's account. So, it's one of the decks I recommend. No one's playing it. But I recommend it. Because it's easy to play, Cyber Dragons. And they have a card called Cyber Dragon Infinity. And an Infinity's a... So, the way that the black cards work, which are called Xyz monsters, the way they work is you take two cards that are the same rank or level. Whatever. And you can stack them on top of each other in the card game. So you have two of them. And then you can overlay your extra deck monster, the black card, on top of it. When you would activate an effect of the black card, you would take one of those materials that you used to make it, and you put it in the graveyard. Now, the thing with Cyber Dragon Infinity is it has two effects. Its first effect is that it can negate a card effect once per turn by detaching a material. Any card effect. And just negate it. So like if someone would play something to summon another monster, you can just say no and delete it. But you can only do it once per turn. Yeah, I say no. I'm not dealing with you playing 1,000 cards. I'm ending your combo right here. Fuck your shit. Delete. Now, its secondary effect is you're like, okay, so you use two cards to make it, so you can only do that twice. Its second effect is you can choose any face-up monster on the field, take it, and add it as a material. So if they don't kill it, you can jack one of their monsters if they play one. And be like, ha, now I can negate again. And if they don't summon anything, then you can target. So say you can't target for whatever reason. You can use one of your own. Yeah. And you also have to watch out for the fact that they can also bait you into using its effect early. Like play a card that you would think that you were supposed to negate, and then they'll play something else that they really wanted to play, and then just like steamroll you. Okay, well apparently I can't use those two dragons for this. So I guess I'm gonna lose this duel probably. So the thing is with my brother's deck, the way I have it set up is that I can get two Cyber Dragon Infinities out in a turn if I do it right. So that gives me two negates. So normally they'll bait me, but then I would negate it. I would negate the card that they were baiting me with, and then they would go to play the card that they really wanted to play, and then I would negate it again. It's not once per turn for the entire turn, it's once per turn per Cyber Dragon. Infinity. So you can negate twice. Now, most once per turn effects are once per turn for any copy of the card. So if you played one of them, you couldn't play another one of them. And that's to prevent you from doing that. But Cyber Dragon Infinity doesn't have that. No idea, because I assume they thought that it was too hard to get out in the first place. But because something came out called Galaxies. Galaxy monsters are all light. And the entire idea of the Galaxy monsters from the anime were that they were meant to counter anything that wasn't light. So, they didn't have any fusions. They didn't have any synchros. They didn't have any XYZs. They had nothing. They had no extra deck monsters. And the entire point of the deck was, if someone would slap an extra deck monster on the field, you could play one of your cards and just yeet it off the field. And that was the entire point of the deck, is to get rid of their extra deck. Now, the problem with that is that your monster has to survive to be able to get its effect off, because you have to use the effect on your turn and not your opponent's turn. Now, when it came to Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which was the boss monster of the deck, whenever it went to battle with an opponent's monster, the owner of the Galaxy Eyes could choose to banish the monster that's attacking it and the Galaxy Eyes, and just remove them both from play till the end of the battle phase. But because there's so many, this card can't be targeted shit now, that you can't do it. So it literally makes it, like, redundant. But the entire idea of the deck was that if you had extra light monsters in your hand, you could discard one to special summon one of them, so you could tribute summon for the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. But because all of those are light and or machine, Cyber Dragon is machine and light, because it's meant to be like a machine version of Blue Eyes. That's the entire, like, joke of the deck when it came out. And the thing is with Cyber Dragon, you need either a machine type monster or a light monster for most of its effects to go off. So having the light machine type monsters from the Galaxy deck that can summon themselves by discarding a card, you could use those with a Cyber Dragon and then bring out Infinity, like, instantly. And one of them, which is Galaxy Soldier, which is a machine type monster, when it's special summoned by its effect by discarding a card, you can then add another Galaxy Soldier from your deck to your hand. And Galaxy Soldier can be played multiple times in a turn. So if you special summon one Galaxy Soldier, you can probably special summon another Galaxy Soldier, if you have another card in hand. The problem with that is you end up burning your entire hand to do it. And then you have nothing left. So, like, the next turn, you're holding one card that you drew, and nothing else. And you better hope that card's playable. So you have to be careful. Yeah. But if played correctly with the way the deck works, you can get two of those Infinities out on the first turn and be like, nope, you're not playing for the rest of the duel. Have fun. Because any monster you can summon onto the field, you can then stick underneath the Infinity to allow it to negate again. Nope. All I hear is a jet engine. And that's because my earbuds are not noise-canceling earbuds. So I can still hear, kind of. They do block out, like, most sound, but not all of it. But I still hear the jet engine of my PlayStation. Okay, so I had the PlayStation Golds at one point. But because of how shitty people were making wireless receivers. The Gold's wireless receivers were garbage. The headphones themselves were good, but the receiver was trash. I don't know if you could get a third-party receiver for them, but mine ended up breaking. That's not the whole point of the conversation. But the thing that the thing had is it had 3 microphones. And this is like over the ear like headphones. And the way they worked was that 2 of the microphones were designed so that when you had them on your head, you could hold down a button and you would hear a beep to know that it was active. And if someone was in the room with you talking, it would be picked up by the microphone and come through the headphones. As if you weren't wearing the headphones, basically. And then because of that, you could hear your own voice as well. So you knew how loud you were talking. And that was what was good about them, but because the receivers were made so poorly, and because of the way the USB ports are tied into the Bluetooth and bullshit, it just ran horribly on the PlayStation. Ran fine on my laptop, ran bad on the PlayStation. They ended up breaking. The receiver broke, but okay, so here's the thing about them. In my opinion, they're good. Okay? The sound quality isn't the greatest. Now, compared to my earbuds, I would say my earbuds are better. Even though I only paid $15 for them. The problem with the earbuds is the microphone quality on the earbuds is garbage. But I'm not using the mic on the earbuds. But I'm not but I don't care, you know what I mean? No, I'm using the mic that came with the receiver. The little spike that plugs into the controller. Yeah, no. Now, if I was on my phone, I would be using the mic from the earbuds because it would be enabled automatically. The problem with the microphone on the earbuds, I don't know what it sounds like, to be honest. But the problem that I have when I'm using them on my phone, I have long hair. My hair covers the earbuds. You can't hear the microphone at all. And each of them have a microphone. So there's 2 microphones technically, each earbud. Because the way the earbuds are designed is they're designed so you can use only one of them by themselves. So, okay, so back in the day, and I don't know if you knew about this, Bluetooth headsets for phones. We're talking like old flip phones, okay? If you were gonna receive a call, they would have a button on them where you could answer the call. But the way they were designed is they would hook around your ear. There'd be like an earbud that goes into your ear basically, and then you'd have this microphone that hangs out the side, basically. And some of them were all one unit where the microphone was part of the body. And those only had one side. It was so that you could hear people around you, but still answer your calls. That's what they were for. So the entire idea is they expect you to be using these earbuds with your phone. That's what they expected. Not to be using them with a PlayStation, or to be using them with an Xbox, or to be using them with a PC. They expected that specifically for a phone. So they made it in such a way where you could leave one of them on the charger, turned off, and then have one in your ear. So that way when you would answer a call, you could hold on the earbud, and then it would answer the call for you. And then you'd have the one microphone. And you could have your phone in your pocket the entire time. Now, the earbuds are good, so we have a problem with the wiring in our house. So we have a magnetic field in our house. So there's a dead zone near the stairs. But when I'm using my phone, so I'm comparing the receiver to the receiver on my phone, the Bluetooth on my phone. So the receiver that I have cuts out when I leave the room. If I go to the kitchen's directly below me. Then the headphones kick back in again. And I can hear it. So I was hearing my game while I was getting coffee so I could tell when my turn was ready. Because it was a noise, when you're about to draw. And because of that, I was able to get back in time before my turn was about to come up, because I didn't have any cards to counter with. So I just like said fuck it and went and got coffee and came back. But with my phone, it doesn't matter where I'm standing in the house. I can have my phone on and on my bed, and I can listen to Spotify, and I can be literally anywhere in the house and still hear it through my headphones. They work just fine. The receiver on the that's plugged into the PlayStation, its range isn't that good. But the thing is, they're expecting you to have that plugged into the bottom of a switch. How far away is that switch supposed to be from your head? You see how it's not an issue, right? The range of the switch from your face, and the headphones are on your head. So they expect the receiver to be fine regardless, because they don't expect the switch to be like a mile away from you, you know? They expect the switch to be in the same room as you, you know? And also you to not be walking through a magnetic field without the switch being with you, you know? So, non-issue. Now, the reason why the adapter even exists is because I don't know if you know what the problem with the Switch is. So the Switch isn't that powerful. That's obvious. But the problem it has is that if you have wireless headphones hooked to the Switch, because originally when the Switch was released, it didn't have Bluetooth support for headphones. It was added as a software update. So obviously PlayStation can do it. If the Switch can do it as an update, then the PlayStation can do it as an update. Because, in case you don't know this, the PlayStation actually supports wireless headphones. But you have to have a certain kind of wireless headphones. You need... so there's two different profiles, like software, like that they use. And the one that's not like sold that much in North America, I don't know the actual profile like name, but those aren't really sold that much in North America, and they're the ones that like you need to be able to use it without an adapter. And I could have bought a pair, but they're significantly more expensive because less people are buying them. And I'm like, I'm gonna pay $15 for earbuds. Even if they're garbage, at least I can hear the YouTube video I'm watching. And I'm not watching it for the music or whatever. I'm watching it for the commentary. And if I can hear what they're saying, it doesn't fucking matter. You know? So I expected them to sound like shit. I expected the battery life to possibly be shit. And I expected the signal range to be even more shit. But they're not. So, I got lucky. Yeah. But the thing is PlayStation Gold headphones, okay? $85. Okay? Keep this in mind. $85. Only compatible with the receiver. Doesn't use normal Bluetooth. Bluetooth headphones, $15. Better sound quality. Sony is a music company, originally. They made music devices. Sony Walkman, Sony CD player, you know, Sony stereo, Sony headphones. You either spend $85 and get shit sound quality, or you spend $15 and get better sound quality. And better battery life, too. Yeah, they're not as cool, yeah. Now, the plus side that the Sony headphones had is they came with a cord. And that cord was to plug it into your controller. So if somehow the headphones would die, you could plug them in normally like a normal pair of headphones. And that was cool. Because the reason I got them originally was not for the wireless portion of it, but the detachable cord. So if the Bluetooth adapter died, whatever, the headphones eventually died on their own. But if the Bluetooth adapter died, I didn't care because the problem I have with headphones is if I move my head. Vord. Vord. I don't. Well, at least you reconnect directly to me instantly for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, but normally with me, with my router normally takes a little while before it connects to another person. But you're connecting instantly, is what I'm saying. That's why I'm confused. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, probably because they're in bed now. I know for a fact they're in bed now. Except for my mom, she's up watching Netflix. But that has nothing to do with upload rate. That's download only. And we have a decent download rate. Anyways, so with the cord, if you're wearing normal headphones, if you move around, or if you're unplugging them and plugging them back in a lot, like you stop using them, turn PlayStation off, eventually the cord itself is going to wear out. Not the headphones themselves, but the cord. That too. Well, that's the jack itself is normally not an issue. It's normally, if you're wearing an actual headset, you have where the cord is directly at the bottom of the headset, and then you have just at just before the plug. That part will wear out too. Yeah. No. I'm gonna have to choose 3 blue eyes red dragons, aren't I? What do I have in my hand? Oh yes, we'll just choose this. We have no choice. It shouldn't because the app runs in the background. The PlayStation app runs in the background is what I'm saying. Like the call stays in the background. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. If you control a dark magician, you can activate this card. I brought Blazewell Dragon. It's a card that works if you're playing either Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician. The main deck of the main character was Dark Magician. The rival, Kaiba, ran for Blue Eyes, so it worked for either deck. I know of it. I haven't played it. I don't know much of it. I don't know enough about it. Like I haven't tried it. Speaking of Dark Souls, I was watching someone play something yesterday. They were playing through Kingsfield. They were playing Kingsfield. So in case you don't know what Kingsfield is, um, so the company that made Dark Souls, they made a couple of PS1 games. They made Armored Core, and they made Kingsfield. Kingsfield is basically Dark Souls before Dark Souls. Now, normally you would say, yeah, but that was already a thing with, what was the name of the other game the Dark Souls was based on? I don't fucking remember the name of it. Yeah, Demon Souls. It's before that. So it was like, it was meant to run on the PS1, you know? So, like, there's no, like, rolling or anything. So, no, but it's easier to dodge because of that. Like, it's less complicated and a lot slower. Oh, I have that. I have that. Have you gotten the beam rifle yet? The beam rifle is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I need to replay through it again. Because again, I have it because it was PlayStation Plus for free. I need to play that shit. When I was playing it, originally I was playing it with Norgal and Wildcat, because you can like have 3 people in one match. You can only have 3, yeah, but because Norgal doesn't play on PlayStation anymore at the moment, like... Yeah, it's crossplay, you can play those, yeah. And then run Warframe, yeah, on Destiny you can. Yeah, that's the main problem, is if you don't have any of the DLCs, you're basically screwed on that one. Okay, we'll just set this, and then on my turn. Is the end turn thing gonna happen? Oh, they're activating a card. Oh, they're playing Dark Magician. Dark Magician does pop up, but it's not that common. Like, that's what Wildcat runs. Oh. Oh yes, I already have polymerization in my hand. Like, I need another one. Come on, I need one more Plasma Dragon. Oh, well, you got the other thing? Hello, Dark Magician. Yeah, you can just type them in if you know them. Yeah. Yeah, because you could save the worlds and just go to any world you've saved. Yeah. Yeah, because Xbox. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, it was the original console version of the game. You're dropping blue eyes on people. Give me another. Okay, we'll just take the polymerization. We already have two of the fucking other one. Haha, I have three blue eyes red dragons. I can play the card now. Look, if you're already used to going fast. Neo, blue eyes, ultimate dragon. Blue eyes. Blue eyes. Yeah. That's that's a wildcat thing. Yeah, that's also a Gundam thing, yeah. Yeah. If your painter's ready, go 3 times faster. So if the orcs believe that the guys are stronger, they're actually stronger to them. Yeah. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help either. Why would you do that? They summoned a Dark Magician, but it has no effect on me. It doesn't matter. I'm activating the effect, and I'm like sending a fusion from my deck to the graveyard. Because I have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon out. Normally I don't summon it because like the twin-headed one's better. But I had all three Blue Eyes in my hand because they like let me have them. So I did it. And I just killed 2 of their monsters with it. yeah, it attacks faster because it's light. Yeah, and short swords are already fast, but you have to like mash for the short sword. Oh, yeah, that is a thing. You can like aim up now and shit at angles and hit stuff. What are they monster reborning? Dark Magician. Okay, now they have 2 Dark Magicians. Okay. No, because I have a 5,500 attack, 3-headed Blue Eyes White Dragon. Plus Dark Magician doesn't have an effect. Yeah, I'm still listening. And you're on Xbox now, right? I assume. Okay, you're playing Terraria on mobile. Okay. So that means they got the update too then. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now they have Illusion Magician. What does Illusion Magician do? Okay, well they got another Dark Magician. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. Special summon 1 normal spellcaster from your hand or deck. When a spellcaster normal monster declares an attack, you can target 1 of your opponent's cards you control and banish it. Oh yeah, see that's fuck you. Well, good game. I lost. But I was gonna banish my Blue Eyes. Well, I tried. No, nothing. It's just dragon. It has no effect normally. It was when the game first came out. It was the highest attack monster in the game. Now that was its only thing. And then if you had three of them in your hand, you could play a card, and then special summon from your extra deck a three-headed version of it if you couldn't normal summon them otherwise. No. Okay, well, there's different rarities of cards, but Blue Eyes back in the day, the rare versions of those Blue Eyes were really valuable. We're talking like $100 a card. And having three of those in your deck is like, your deck is worth a fuckload. And we're talking original print, first editions, of the rare version of the card. Now, they're not worth as much now, because no one cares. It's not that, it's that there's been so many reprints of the card. Yeah, the first edition is still worth more of the original set, because it has different artwork. But the thing is that no one's running the card, and people that are playing the game aren't collecting all the cards anymore. If they were collecting all of the sets, trying to get all of them, then it would matter. But because most people aren't doing that, they're only just getting enough for a deck that's tournament viable to play in the tournaments. They're actually playing the cards. They're not just collecting them. Most people that are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Are actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! They're not like just collecting. You know? Now when it comes to Pokemon, that's a completely different thing. Most people are collecting, not playing. When it comes to Pokemon cards. That's why Pokemon cards have higher value per card that are rare. Not that Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards don't have high values if they're rare. They do. Same with Magic. It's just Pokemon tends to be higher because most people are collecting them and not playing them. Right. Also, because it's based on a video game series, it's a video game merchandise, technically. Even though it's not, like, directly related. But because of that, you know how scalpers are with video games nowadays, with physical releases and shit. Like, if you wanted to get an amiibo or whatever, good luck on that. Especially if it's a rare one. Pay $500 or don't get the fucking amiibo. Not that I care about amiibos, I don't. If it was a first edition print from the original set, that Charizard, and if it was the rare version of it, the holofoil, that thing would be worth a fuckload. And it's even more if it's a misprint. So, the thing is the reason why the Pokemon cards are so expensive now is because you have the people that are scalping the PS4s, you have the and PS5s, mostly the physical releases of the games, not the actual PS4s themselves. Then you have the people that are also doing the amiibos and the physical releases of Switch games and the limited edition version of the Switches. So you have them being scalped. But all of the Pokemon sets, the actual card sets, the actual packs, all the packs are being scalped. The packs themselves, you can't even buy. A single pack goes for $20 a pack. Just the pack itself. Now, if you manage to pull a rare out of that, because the pack is earned $20, the rare is worth a fuckload from that set. Because you can't get the set, you know what I mean? So the price is exponential due to the fact that it's scalped to death. Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have that problem. Magic doesn't have that problem. It's because it's video game merchandise. That's yeah. if Magic ever had that problem, but the thing is, Magic is printing them like crazy. So it's not an issue for Magic. Magic wouldn't have that issue. Yu-Gi-Oh! Might, because they're printing the sets at the same speed that the Pokemon packs are being printed. But they're not being scalped because it's not video game merchandise. Because it's TV show / manga merchandise. And that's a lot scalped. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but the video game industry. So you know about Marvel. You know about Marvel, and you know about Disney currently. Yeah. I was gonna get to that. The another point was brought up. So, and I saw this on Twitter. This was a GTA thing, but it's not GTA related. That's not the point that the guy was trying to make about GTA. So the voice actor for the main character of GTA 5, Franklin, posted a thing. Was it Michael? No, it might have been Michael. I don't remember. Yeah, it was Mike. Yeah, it was Michael. You're right. It was Michael. Yeah, no, it was White Dude. It was Michael. So he posted on Twitter, and he was like, "I'm not a voice actor, and you have to understand that when I mark my stuff down on my resume, I don't mark it as voice acting. The stuff that I did for GTA." And the reason he said this specifically is because every single scene that they did, they had to do wearing capture suits. Yup, so he had to act every single scene that they did. So he has to mark it down that he was an actor for that. And people don't understand that. They thought he just voice acted it. No, he did everything. Granted, the stunts, obviously, they had help with, but to try to get the captures for some of those. Well, yeah, they do, but they have to get the modeling for most of it down, you know. Yeah, obviously. And the other thing is that they tried to make the characters look very similar to the people that did the acting as well for that. Michael looked almost identical to the actor. Yeah. Yeah, and that was the thing is they might have had different hair or a different beard or whatever, but the actual facial structure and everything is exactly identical. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because they spent a lot of work on doing all of that, and he got close to the cast and everything, probably, and all the acting and everything, because that took months and months of work. Eh, Yeah. The actual campaign. As for the online isn't good. I mean, I still like it, but you want to play it for the campaign. Uh, yeah. Yeah, but that's near the very, very end of the game, though. As for GTA 6, a bunch of the people that worked on Red Dead as actors are going to be working on GTA 6. And that's confirmed because a bunch of people put it on their resume already, but they had to remove it so that people wouldn't notice. Because the people like caught on to that. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. GTA 6 confirmed. Yeah, yeah, yeah.